Hey everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. It seems like, I don't know, I couldn't even tell you how often, but almost every other comment feels like people want search and destroy coverage. And I cannot wait until actual tournaments happen so we can break down search and destroy strategies that these pro teams use. However, in the preseason, we don't really get to see any of that. One, there's really only one team that streams their scrims consistently, and that's Optic Chicago. But even in those scrims, they only stream the respawn game types, right? They don't show search because that's your one opportunity to go out and win a tournament with a strategy that nobody else might have. Say it's tied 5-5, it's a round 11, you're one of these pro teams and you have this defensive strategy just hidden in your back pocket nobody has seen, and you pull it out to win a matchup that wins you a tournament. That's kind of what's at stake with saving your strats in search and destroy. However, as teams have been playing these 4v4 preseason tournaments, we've been able to see a little bit of what their setups are and what they're trying to do. So in today's video, in this CMG 4v4 tournament, we're actually going to hop on board with Crim6 as every member from the Dallas Empire was playing in this 4v4 tournament. So you have Crim, you have Illy, you have Huke, you have Shotzi, and we're actually going to watch 3 rounds from them. So these 3 rounds come from different, it's not the same map and it's not the same matchup. So one comes from earlier where they're tied 5-5. Right now, if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see over here, it's tied 5-5. This is round 11. They're on defense. And then we're actually going to watch this same map later on where they're down 4-5. And we're going to go through, we're going to break down their strategy. So without further ado, the table is set. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. So we're going to press play. And as you're watching this, you're going to see this setup right away. So again, we're not in Codcaster mode. So there's only so much that we can see. But if you look in the top left, you can see that they have 3 arrows hitting this right side A push, right? We can see that from his mini map. And the 4th arrow went all the way to the left of spawn. So really, right now, they're selling out for an A push, and they don't have anybody watching the middle of the map here. So the push through P1 right in the middle of the map, they don't have anybody watching that. Let's go ahead. Let's press play. Let's see how this ends up working out. But they're over here. They're holding the A side of the map. And you can see this is really pretty passive. So Crim is able to throw a stun there, which gives them a little bit of intel that there's somebody over by those P3 stairs. He's going to now break off and watch mid. So this is kind of what they were missing, is somebody just watching these mid doors. But really, the smoke comes in, and now the shots come in, and just with that, Huke ends up getting a kill. Crim6 gets traded, and now the rotation is over towards the top side of the map. They know where these guys are pushing. They've already kind of revealed their hand. Unfortunately, Illy misses a snipe right there, but at this point in time, they've already really showed where they're going, and they don't have a ton of time to rotate out. We'll look at the bomb sites in a minute, but 90% of the time, if not more, teams on offense are going to elect to go to this A side of the map. And I just want to play back that last 10, 15 seconds or so, because this is a great move from Shotzi. So Shotzi's over here, kind of hidden in this left-hand corner. He's going to get this kill, and immediately he knows that there's somebody else right there. So a lot of times in search, you're playing for trades. So that person that he killed is going to call out that Shotzi is weak, which will give them the heads up or the ability to kill Shotzi here in a 50-50 gun battle. So he instantly throws his smokes, and then instead of running away, he knows it's a 3-1. So if he turns around and runs away, and the one person that's left gets a kill on somebody else from Dallas, now it's a 2v1, and that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to separate these into a bunch of 1v1 gun battles. You want to try to isolate these kills and double up when you can. So he doesn't run away. He just throws his smoke. So he's hidden. He gets shots in right here. And Huke and Shotzi both come forward there, and they're able to get that kill. Just for a second here, let me bring up the minimap so you guys can see what's going on. Now, this is the map for Moscow Hardpoint. I know that we're not playing Hardpoint, but just stick with me here. So the team that is on defense is going to spawn back here. And the A bomb site is located up top, and the B bomb site is located over in this building, which is, I believe it's the C dom building. So if you're the attackers, you get this spawn. Now you have to make the decision. Do you want to push B, which is basically right outside this spawn location, or it's a little bit easier and it's pretty much right in the center to go towards A, right? If you push up towards A, you can basically get in this area on offense as your enemies get in this area on defense. So now they're basically opened up to 50-50 gun battles, whereas if you're that attacking yellow squad and you try to push over here, by the time you can get out this window, that defending side can already be pushed up and on headies. So you'd be entering this globe courtyard area, this no man's land right here, and you're probably entering a gun battle that's not very beneficial to you. So just kind of talking in where you want to go initially and where you're going to see a bunch of plays, just wanted to make sure that we were kind of laying that all out there. So that first one there was just a defense up towards the top side of the map. And with that, let's go ahead, let's bring up, this is a second round. So to set the stage here, if you're looking on the left-hand side, you can see now that they're actually down a round. So this is round 10, and they're actually down 4v5. And just, again, looking for setups here, we can't tell much, but we can see from the minimap that there are two blue arrows entering this top side of the map going A, and they have two blue arrows looking like they're going P1 towards mid-map. So the thing that's open right here, at least as of this initial setup, is the push down towards the globe side of the map. So we'll see if they stick with that. Now, again, we can't see exactly where they go. Nice nice trophy there from Krim. But those two that went mid-map, one could have stayed P1 and one could have entered that globe area. So that's a potential call there. But you can see, so again, Huke is able to get a kill mid. And as we're watching this, and again, I know that it's really hard to see, but if you look where Krim is looking, he's looking this direction. I'm drawing on the minimap. He's looking at this opening. And this blue arrow right here is to the right of where he's looking. So what that tells me is, as we go ahead and look at this right here, Krim is up on the top part of the map. Krim is right here. He's looking at this line of sight. On his mini-map, there's somebody to the right of where he's looking. So what that tells me is, as they came up off the break, Huke and I don't know who the other person was, I wasn't paying attention, they just hit mid and they instantly hit elbow. So what that tells me is that they were able to get a kill mid, presumably in this area right here, but now they've pushed out the rest of that side of the map. There's nobody else up there. So at this point in time, if there's nobody else there, then you know that the rest of this setup, one probably went mid. That's the guy that died. Everybody else probably hit the bottom side of the map going towards B. And here in a second,
there's just one guy.
You're going to see them hit this call. So you can see that Krim is turning around here, seeing if they're getting pushed from the back. And unfortunately, again, we're not in Codcaster mode, so we can't see what's happening. But Krim is able to get this kill right here on somebody that had already pinched behind. The bomb did go down. Illy gets a kill. They call out this last guy. They finish that off. But there was a little bit of a gap there, right? Right towards the beginning of this round, we called out that they had two that went up towards A, they had two that went middle, and that was the route that was open. So they were able to trek backwards and get kills from behind, but it could have worked out differently. This is a really nice kill from Krim. If I'm Dylan, if I'm that player there, I'm probably hiding in that back room a little bit better. I don't know if I'm coming out and challenging, but those are the plays you have to make, right? So now it's a 5v5. It's a round 11. And again, it comes down to this. So again, one thing that I do want to say real quick is that the team that has the most kills in the first 10 rounds will get defense in round 11. So if you haven't noticed, that first map, they had defense in round 11. And in this matchup, they have defense in round 11. So it's important. It's super important to do at least somewhat decent in those first 10 rounds so that you can win the kill battle, so that now you don't have to make the play call, right? You don't have to choke something or whatever. You can sit back. And right there, so Illy gets a kill. And just to point this out, mini map in the top left-hand corner, Illy gets a kill on outer out here, and he's calling out that that person is still up. So they're in a 3v3, and also they knew that this was a quick hit over towards the A side of the map because the smoke was there. So smokes were down before the trophies from Dallas could even hit the ground. So this is where it pays off to have SMG players like Shotzzy and to have SMG players like Hugh, because if you're going to throw smoke, you're getting up close and personal, and you're doing it from the league MVP last year with Shotzzy. So let's go ahead. Let's press play here and let's see how this play out. They're calling out this player that's laying down over here on the right-hand side of the map. Crim's actually, it's even right now. It's a 2v3. Crim actually fails that, and then Shotzzy run forward, and he just finishes that. But we're going to see that kill cam in just a second. But right here, so Hugh does go down as he tries to challenge front. Let's go back 10 more seconds and see if we can see what happens here from Hugh. So Hugh, again, it looks like he's tucked into this corner right here beside the bomb. He's going to challenge right there, and he actually goes down. So now it's a 2v3. They know that at least one player just killed Hugh and one player's outside. So Crim is going to throw this stun, and he's actually going to rush forward, and the stun goes off right now. So he stuns himself. He doesn't stun the enemy. The enemy is hiding under these stairs, but he has tac mask. So he's able to get this kill still, which puts them in a 2v1. Right here, Shotzzy is calling out that the two are in front of him. And again, if you're going to challenge, you have to know that you're pushing forward in smokes against Shotzzy, arguably the best player, the best SMG player in the game. Sure, there's a BZ and Envoy and Simp and a bunch of others, but this guy is one of the best, right? He just goes forward. He's able to get this first kill, spray transfer to the second kill, and they win that in round 11 in 6-5 fashion. So again, this is the first time we've really been able to break down search and destroy. We don't see it very often, but once we get into the season, we're going to be taking rounds like this, super important round 11s where people clutch up. We're going to be breaking everything down. So if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave a like if you don't mind, as it really helps out the channel. And with that, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you in tomorrow's upload.